So I tell you, it's a real moving place to be. And this young man, and one of the young men, Scott, and the young lady, and the other young man, I said, I'm going to Wolverhampton on Saturday. Oh, good, they were telling me all about it. And the young man, Scott, he gave his life to Jesus 4 months ago, and he had been in addiction for years. And he had a brain tumour, and he was deaf, and he was paralysed in his face. But you know, he wasn't long in the rehabilitation centre. In fact, he had a miracle to start off. Because normally people that have been on drugs for years have withdrawals. He didn't have any withdrawals for addiction. And then the other young men in the centre had a blanket. They anointed him with oil and they put it all over him. And you know what? He had a brain tumour. He was deaf and paralysis for his face. I tell you, he hasn't got the paralysis anymore. And he's clear. He is not deafness. You see, the Christian faith is not about being religious. People really confuse that. Because religion is people searching for God but never finding Him. But when you have an encounter with Jesus Christ, it is absolutely life-changing. So when I gave my life to Jesus, oh, it was such a long time ago that I tell you what, it was amazing. Because the night I gave my life to Jesus, I had a thought that I'm going to preach the gospel. But I didn't know what a preacher was, really, because there were no Christians in my family. So I've been preaching the gospel since I was 19 years of age. But I tell you, I never tire of it, because it's transforming. I wrote a little booklet, because part of the evangelist gift is to equip and train others. So I've been a bit unusual, really. I've been a pioneer evangelist. Most of my preaching has not been, I've preached in lots of churches, so many I couldn't tell you, but I've preached a lot outside the church. Anyway, I wrote a little booklet, How Can You Lead a Person to Jesus? Because I would preach like this, and I would say to people, oh, come on, you need to lead somebody to Jesus. Then I realised afterwards, some people wasn't quite sure how to. It's a very quick little booklet. And then because I'm getting older and I've been blessed to travel extensively, I've always been amazed about spiritual atmosphere. In fact, when we were outside the church, today Paul and I was coming, I thought, gosh, you know, there's an atmosphere. Everyone's got an atmosphere. So I wrote a little book, Changing Spiritual Atmospheres. And God has called us to change spiritual atmospheres. Sharon, it's an honour to be with you. Thank you. I want to thank Paula. Paula reminded me today that we've been with each other for 24 years. And I want to thank your team, Sharon. And I want to say what an honour, James, it is to be with you. I know James has got an amazing ministry, praise storm, that is storming the place. And I would say we honour you, James. I know James on one occasion came to us up the valleys, or up the sticks. And we all absolutely loved him. And I know our pastor said you're coming back to Wales as well. And you know, we've been speaking of, we've been praying. And prayer is incredibly important. But I want to speak a little bit as well about linking prayer with outreach. Linking prayer with evangelism, claiming ground, claiming land. Is that okay? Okay. Yes.